people believe that if you try to be very sort of a person of a fashionable type, I mean that you wear dresses of fashionable style and all that, that will influence others is not true. Because they think you have no conviction of any kind. You see, so you must build up an image of yourself, that you are such and such. See, a kind of a character as we have in a drama, or it's a character. The person speaks with the same character, talks with the same character, and the style should be absolutely known to people that this is your style, that's how you are. That you do not sort of compromise on things. That is very important, that when you are talking to people, you must have a proper style of talking, walking, proper style. This should be all trimmed down properly, that you don't walk in a languid manner, you see, in a manner where throwing your legs here and there, walking in a, but straight, and sit down straight, and let people say that you have faith in yourself. First of all, if you do not have faith in yourself, I mean your any behavior shows that you have no faith in yourself, you cannot influence others. So your self-confidence must be shown through your all behavioral programming, like talking, sitting, walking, communicating. There should be a thing with confidence. But the confidence comes in a person when he realizes that he is completely secure. And in Sahaja Yoga, as you know, that if your centered heart is secured, if you know, tell yourself that mother is with me, and mother is helping me, and I am with mother, I have nothing to worry, then your centered heart will be all right. Of course, this you cannot tell to others, but still, if you have a personality, you can imbibe that into others very simply. But if you are diffident about yourself, then you cannot. So confidence is to be established, first of all, within yourself. For Sahaja Yoga, it is very easy to say, I am the spirit. And I am the child, I am the one who has been chosen by the Adi Shakti herself. So there should be tremendous amount of confidence. And for example, when you are, say, the people, how do you eat your food? Some people, you see, open their mouth all the time, eat their food with a sort of a sound and all that. All these things are watched by others, how you eat, how you talk. And also normally, you should not keep your mouth open. You can never influence people, but keep your, not pursed either, but in a normal way, closed like that. So that people do not think that you are just gaping at them, or if you keep your mouth open all the time, or they should not think also that you are aggressive with them or angry with them. But in normal face, what you call a face that is neither aggressive nor which is subservient. So it won't give, supposing you keep a gaping mouth, they will think he is an idiot. And if you just think, purse your lips, they will think that you are a person of aggressive nature. So one has to understand how you are sitting before others, talking to others. And to influence others, first of all, as I said, you must respect your own personality, and then respect the personality of others in your behavior. Like, see, when somebody comes in, you should talk to them in a very gentle manner, knowing that this is another God who is coming in. If there's spirit in me, spirit in him also. So you must see that he sits properly, he is comfortable, and he is asked to, if you want any tea or anything, or make him comfortable, let him feel that you are not in any way disturbed, nor that you are irritated, but you are very happy to meet him, and that you should settle down with kindness. Sometimes also in diffidence one might feel nervous about a person if he is there. That nervousness is a sign of insecurity. One should not be nervous. If you are talking to someone, one should be in a way that another person should feel absolutely confident and should feel that this gentleman is going to listen to. Now the another way to impress people is allow others to talk. Listen to them properly. Not talk yourself. Listen to them. And once they have said something, and say, that's true, no doubt, I agree with you, but then you can start. So you do not just stun them by your, no, not at all, like that. But on the contrary, receive what they say. I mean, you can watch me, I do that many times. When somebody says, oh, true, it's true, but you see, this is it. So they don't mind. They think that you have seen the other side of the thing also, that you have a balance, and you just don't impress your ideas on others. In a way you are, but in a way you do it that nobody feels that impact, that you are doing something of that kind. Now, as far as possible, never tell anybody to do anything. That hurts people. Say, for example, supposing you people out there, I will tell you that do please put the lights on, because after all, you know, my children, it's all right, it's a different relationship. But when you are dealing with others, you see, like you should, somebody's there, sitting, if you want to put on the light, slowly, while talking, get up and put on the light. Ask him, do you mind putting here if I put on the light? Then he'll say. But in any behavioral aggression is the first approach. It's the other way around in Sahaja Yoga. In Sahaja Yoga, first is the Kundalini, then do this and do that. It's the other way around. It is. You have to build them up from the foundation if you have to impress them outside. To build them up from the foundation, the first thing is that you must infuse in them a kind of a trust in you. They should trust you. They should know that whatever you are saying is the truth. That you are not telling them something that is false or you have no faith in. So in the way you tell them, it influences them very much that this man is telling the truth. So the whole thing should start from your behavioral style. You can say, supposing now I am talking to you, and then I start looking at the watch, then it is insulting. Supposing you are talking about something, some particular thing, and then suddenly I change the topic, then it is again insulting, because everybody is intelligent to see that you are trying to avoid the issue. But up to a point, you should take it. And then the whole thing, if it is ridiculous, you should bring to a point to show that, like yesterday I said that, you see, I never wrote about serpent. If somebody else has written, why should I explain it? I never call it a serpent energy, because that confuses people. But if somebody has called it serpent, it doesn't matter, what can we do about it? And when you say such a thing, you see, bring it to a ridiculous conclusion of the whole thing. So the person himself keeps quiet. But you should not suddenly change the topic. That means you are evading the issue. You don't know how to handle it. See, this is something sometimes people, just while talking, they say, oh, all right, let's talk about this. You cannot. And the diversion in talking like that can create a big problem. Another is, while talking to others, don't talk about yourself. I am this and no one likes it. Stupid. Talk about yourself. I have this thing, I am this thing. Nothing. Now, you just all the time ask, so what are you doing? What is your profession? How are you? This, that, all sorts of questions to him. Now, if he says to anything, then you have to talk, say, about your organization. Then you shouldn't say I, you should say we. You should always say we. We don't do it. We are. We mean the organization. You always refer to the organization and never to yourself. I would not do such a thing. I hate it. I believe in it. It's absolutely absurd. What you have to do, that we believe, we think this way, and what is your opinion? We have this kind of a thing. Or anything that you want to tell them about your own organization or your own product or anything, you have to tell them that, see, this is what is available to you. Now it is here. And we have seen that it has done a lot of good and it works this way. And we have got very good reports about it. You can see the reports. We have the reports here. You can see what is it. And if you please, you can try it and see for yourself. The amount of services you give to the person is very much appreciated by another person. It's not only ego, but it makes a person very comfortable. Like people would like to travel by Air India very much. Many people say that we would like to travel by Air India. I try to understand why, because these days it's difficult, because they examine it too much, and also because of bombing and this and that. So I thought that Air India would be very difficult, and they have raised the prices of their travel, because they have to do extra spending on getting people checked and this and that. But the reason why people take to Air India is this. The ladies who work there are extremely modest type, and they look after the people very well. They are not cheap. They are not cheap women. And when they serve people, they take good care, and the food is lavish, absolutely lavish. Eat as much as you like, a lot of food. They give you 5-6 times food, whatever you like, and you feel quite happy to have all that. And the slightest, if you press the button, immediately they are available to you. So what I am saying, when you are really marketing, you must know you are on the other end. You are not to be serviced, but you have to service. Once you realize that you have to service others, your attitude changes. See, you have to service others. Only through your services they are going to work out. I'll tell you how. Like, especially with English is a big problem. That's why they're losing so much. They're extremely arrogant. If you go to an Englishman and ask him that, can I see what product you have? What do you want? I would like to see the product that you have. All right, we just now don't have any arrangements here to give you anything, but if you leave your note, we'll send you. Finished. That one is not important. You should be properly equipped all the time to attend to it. In the sense, in an organization now, supposing you are having some product, then you should know all about it. The brochure should be there. It's all the time available. Whenever you want it, it should be properly filed, systematically kept. If somebody comes, if you know the person has validity, you see, is the one who can do some business with it. Here it is. Please have it. You can see yourself, explain to him what it is, and this is what it is, and we can give you so much concession in that, could be this much, and all those things are going to capture the market. The market does not capture, not because of the product so much, but the way it is put forward. The way it is put forward is very important, that you have a proper brochure done by proper people, or you yourself see to it that it's done beautifully. Little money doesn't matter on that. That whatever is spent is a proper of the capital that you have to put in for the product. Is a part of it. If you think that just to put a product somewhere, it won't sell. These are part and parcel in modern times of any product being made or sold. The part and product. To influence people, you don't have to advertise so much as you have to deal with them. I mean, I can tell you this much, that when I had to buy something anywhere, I remember the people from whom I bought and the experiences I've had. I think I would always go to a person who was kind to me, nice to me. He may take more money, it doesn't matter. But he's kind to me, he's not shouting at me, who is well behaved and his behavior is nice, and he doesn't just try to make fun of me. And also, on the contrary, gives me all the information and everything. It's absolutely acceptable. Like I went to see Lloyd's, there's a company, I wanted to put some money. I mean, it's a very big thing to put some money in some bank, they should understand. There's a customer. Now, they had put a little girl there. After all, the people who are to be contacting others should be people of personality. Some little girl was there. As soon as I was there, she said, "Who are you?" This thing, I told her, "I'm this and this and all that." "Oh no, we can't have you. You have to get this, and please, we can't do it." So I said, "All right." In deference, I said, "All right." I gave the name of the High Commissioner of India and all those things. I mean, she should understand that I would not say like that. So the only thing is that she did not realize that I was with the driver. I had a chauffeur-driven car. I had a Mercedes with me. I was wearing an expensive sari. I looked quite respectable, and she should have understood that. That behave towards me is different from you would behave from an ordinary level. Here is a real customer. So, so she said, all right then, I would like to have an identification, then I'll have to do this. And no, you feel up. I got so fed up with her. I went to another, that is NatWest, I would say. So I have got a bank somewhere else, but I wanted one near my house. Though it is a little far away, though it is not in such a good locality. When I went to her, as soon as I went, she was an intelligent woman, she could see that this is a good customer for us. She could see from I'm wearing diamonds, means that you should see from my personality that there's a good customer coming. Immediately she said, please let us get into the VIP. I didn't say VIP. She took me inside, and she talked very gently to me, and she said yes. And she asked me, and she said, can I take 1 minute? She went in and she told somebody to telephone and find out about this thing and all that. And she did everything. You see, it is not to be done in the presence of the person, but you can verify the person's personality and everything secretly. All right, in a way that he doesn't feel bad or something, and to know that who is this man and is this correct or not, whether he is. But he should not know that you are inquiring, and you should not in any way show that you know about him. So you see, that kind of a secrecy helps a lot, because you do not become arrogant, you do not become blunt, or you say blatantly if you tell somebody. You see, no one likes you that way. The likes and dislikes come when you insult another, or you try to put down another person, or you try to doubt another person. These are the three things, if you look after, that you put the person into a comfortable position and tell him everything, listen to him what he has to say, trusting him. Then the person looks upon. So in organization, if you have to run any administration and organization, your personality has to be absolutely sensible. Secondly, what you talk, you must follow. Supposing I tell you, you shouldn't take money, and I start grabbing money from you, supposing. Then what will you do? You will have no faith in me, will you?